Well, we're halfway through the month now, and tonight's selection, 31 Days of Horror, needed to be special. Let's do a recap real quick, shall we? On day one, we were privy to primal rage. Day two, we suffered through zombie strippers. Day three, we were privy to Banana Splits movie. On day four, we ventured into the tall grass. On day five, we embraced the Lamageddon. Day six, we were pleasantly surprised with Eli's turn. On day seven, we shared in the festivities of Bloodfest. Day eight, we embraced the fourth kind. Day nine, we were all cursed. Day 10, we went back and we appreciated Poltergeist 3 for retroactively the good movie that it is. On day 11, we took a chance on a Netflix special called Velvet Buzzsaw, and I wasn't disappointed. Day 12, we were disappointed by one of the most awesome covers I had ever seen in the video store. Chud. Such a letdown. On day 13, we embraced the 13 Ghosts and Shannon Elizabeth. Love her. On day 14, we were taken over by Videodrome. And last night, on day 15, we shared Brain Scan and the Trickster. He led us in some interesting ways. So far we've seen monsters, demons, ghosts, aliens, llamas, psychos, cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers, barely. Technology gone awry. Bad TV signals. And killer art. Where do we go from here? I mean, what's left? Well, what if Superman was just evil and no amount of good old American heartland raising could do a thing to change that? Tonight, on 31 Days of Horror, we watched Brightburn. Produced in almost secret by James Gunn, his production company, Brightburn, popped up with little to no fanfare. It was, I believe, released on Memorial Day of the year it came out. But to those who saw it, to those with their ear to the ground and knew it was coming out, it impressed immediately. Everybody knows the Superman mythos. A meteorite crashes onto a dark and lonely farm one night, and the couple who lived there discover a baby boy. Not being able to have kids themselves, they raise the child as if it was their own. I mean, it looks human. And they live happily ever after. The end. Until the creature hits puberty, of course. As young Brandon Breyer discovers his true nature, no amount of nurturing in this world could change what he actually is. As their family is slowly torn apart by the secret that they themselves have been keeping. The beast they fooled themselves into thinking was their baby emerges in all its unstoppable glory. Oh. If you're a fan of James Gunn, you know he knows how to tell a story. He didn't direct it. I don't believe he's a writer, but he is a producer. And this movie is just phenomenal. The gore is impressive, imaginative, and intense, but sparse throughout. This movie doesn't need a lot of gore. There's a decent amount of blood, and the death scenes are intense and unique. There's not a lot to tell about this movie. It's the Superman mythos. It's just if he hit puberty and realized, oh, I don't have to be a mild mannered Kansas boy anymore. I can shoot lasers out of my eyes and, crush people's heads. It's up until the beginning of the story where we see Brandon Breyer. He seems like a normal kid who was loved, who was taken care of. And so it's interesting that his nature is so strong compared to the nurture that he received on Earth. If you haven't seen Brightburn, you should. It's a shocking tale of power and control, perfectly crafted by visionary filmmakers. James Gunn, the director, everybody did a really good fucking job in this movie. All the actors gave amazing performances. It's fast paced and just intense. It doesn't let up. Like, as it begins, you just see the downhill of Brandon as he goes from just normal, random, everyday kid to kid who has the ability to do whatever the fuck he wants, In the movie, I love the analogy of the comparing bees to wasps, because it's a perfect way to explain the concept of humans and metahumans. Yeah, sure, they look like humans, but they're not. Humans are the bees. They're trying to make a society. Metahumans are essentially hunters. They're not the same thing. And sure, Superman, he chose to protect and to defend truth and justice in the American way. What if his nature was not to protect, but to destroy? You know? That's what this movie answers. Brightburn gets an easy 4 out of 5 burritos. It's a good depiction of superpowers gone awry. There's no better way to put it than that. I can only hope that we get a sequel to this movie eventually. Again, no one knew this movie was being made. It was made in secret, and then bam, they just popped it out. So, fingers crossed that James Gunn decides to produce a second one. I think the movie made a decent amount of money with interestingly disturbing visuals, unique kills, and an atmosphere of building tension through the entire movie. Brightburn might just surprise you with how good it is and how evil Superman could have been. So yeah, 4 out of 5 burritos, Brightburn, excellent movie. Check it out. Join us tomorrow for day 17 of 31 Days of Horror. See you later.